After I got home from work, I thought I'd buy a game for my son. He was into the Mario, Sonic, and Donkey Kong type stuff, so I got him a game that I don't think he'd ever played before. It was Sonic R. It was a racing game, as I had heard, and at the time it was pretty new. I raced home to give him the game and kissed my wife on the cheek. I held her, and she was happy for me giving him a little present. The excitement filled his eyes, and I could tell you he couldn't wait to play it. I went back to his room, and I was right beside him to play it with him. A couple of days had passed, and he told me that he was almost done with the game. I watched him beat the last boss, and he roared with excitement as he beat it. I felt good for him, and I patted his head and asked how it was. The peculiar thing was, as I did so, I looked at the credit screen and pointed out and said, "What's that?" And he said it was the Tails doll. I asked what the Tails doll was, and he said it was just the Tails doll again. I obviously facepalmed and ignored his scenery. I called for him to get into bed, as he was already sleeping. Curiosity wound up getting the best of me. I went into his room and very quietly turned the volume down on the TV, and was ready to play some Sonic R. Knowing he already beat the game, I decided to play it again through watching him from earlier. I noticed he could play as Tails doll. Knowing that was the main reason I wanted to play the game, I chose him to tag up with some of the other gang. It was pretty fun actually until I tagged him with Sonic. Right when I hit the button, my whole life changed. My life was in the palm of its hand. It was all calm at first, I must say. The screen shut off along with the game system. I let things be and went to bed with my wife. She grasped onto me as I did to her when we fell asleep into a deep sleep. At around 2 a.m. I started hearing thumps on my door. Keeping it shut, I know my son that can get this stuff himself. I said, "Stop, go back to bed." The thumping kept happening. I got very annoyed, and as I noticed I got up, there was a little shadow coming from under the door. Nothing at all compared to the regular human-sized shadow. I kind of started to freak out. The word Tails kept popping up in my mind. I started to slowly open the door, and I heard those very faint words that I would never forget again. "You're coming with me. Forever." It was a doll. An evil, blood-covered, possessed little doll. It was from the game. It had to be. It looked just like it. I screamed, waking the whole house as it started to claw at my toes. Blood was all over the floor, and to this day my feet ache and are sore. It was growling very aggressively. As my screaming got louder, my wife called the police. It scattered across the floor, running from me. Its screech was awful. It let out a trail of my blood behind it. It said it had what it needed, knowing that it couldn't finish its job tonight. Ever since that day, I was afraid to go to sleep at night. My sleeping patterns are scattered apart. I go to sleep at around 6 a.m. and wake up at around 8 p.m. to start my day. I know this might sound fake, but it isn't. I swear to this very day, I'm shocked to even think about falling asleep at nighttime again.
In fear and surprise, as your eyes widen, your mouth goes dry with each battered breath. You try to scream, your mind begs to leave. You're glued to your computer screen. The killers they slash, the tapes burn and crash. The cartridge you bought will be your final haunt. The rituals of hate will seal your fate. The tears you shed will be from the fear-gripping horror-driven, nightmarish, gore-filled, terrorizing, hateful, burning, violent, Rage-inducing, knife-slashing, blood-splattering, silent screams. Only time will tell if you will escape this online hell. Your horror-filled obsessions will come with its own regressions. Your pathetic screams will not be heeded anyway, because your nightmares will come at any day.